My name is David Johnson with Denison Yachting. I am currently at anchor off of Nassau here in the Bahamas. I am on board the 125-foot Heesen named Sea Axis. She was built in 1986. She has an overall length of 125 feet, a draft of 8 feet, and she's the ultimate boat for locations like this one. Prior to the refit in 2022 with the new teak and paint job, there were many other refits along the way. 2009 to 2010, one of the prior owners sent the boat back to Europe and had a frame-up restoration. Every single part of this boat was redone. All the piping, the engines were rebuilt, all the paint was stripped down to bare, and since then, every owner has lovingly cared for this boat. You'll see that all of the interior joinery, the woodwork, everything on this boat is still in like new condition. It really has held up and maintained its Dutch pedigree. When it comes to the exterior decks, as I'm about to show you, there's been some really nice improvements. This deck has been extended to allow for a larger tender here. You've got a large davit here that's capable of lifting a nice big tender. Up on the Sundeck, they've installed a large bar and a large jacuzzi. And of course, you've got your water toys on every yacht. This one has a nice complement. It's got 2 large sea-doos and then a large rib that's gonna go right here. They're easily launched with this large davit. When these are in the water, they're tied up to an inflatable beach club. We're gonna start today's walkthrough on the Sundeck of Sea Axis. Centerline, you're gonna find a beautiful stone-topped 10-person bar. That was an addition that was put on the boat a couple of years ago. It's kind of the focal point of the Sundeck. It's covered by a new hardtop. Just forward, there's a seating area that wraps around the whole forward area of the bar. That area is covered by a hardtop with lighting and speakers. Jumping to the aft end, this is where you're gonna find the jacuzzi with areas on port and starboard sides to relax in the sun. One of the nice features that you're going to notice about the boat is that the radar arch is painted black. That gives it a more modern look. They've updated the boat with Starlink, audio-visual, and navigation equipment. As we come down a flight of stairs on the starboard side from the Sundeck, we find ourselves on the boat deck. This is a multi-use area that can be used for relaxing, and it's also where all the toys are kept. When the jet skis and rib are launched, this turns into a very nice place to relax and unwind on the sofas that can be pulled out. The nice thing about this deck is the easy transition into the Sky Lounge. Over on the port side, you not only have a day head, but there's also a really nice little nook where you can work on a couple emails, and there's a beautiful large window to look out and enjoy the scenery. And over on the starboard side, you've got a really nice area where the family can relax and watch a movie. There's a pop-up TV and a really comfortable sofa. Access from here, you can either head down on the starboard side, down a flight of stairs down to the main deck, or you can go forward through a door into the wheelhouse. This is a Heesen after all, so of course you've got a proper wheelhouse. Right away, you're gonna notice the volume in this area. It has the same volume of a 150-foot yacht. When your hand is on the wheel, you see all the screens and you notice that it's got the vintage aesthetic along with the touches of new navigation equipment. To help keep the captain productive, there's a large office space, and to the port of that space, the captain also has a really nice stateroom. To port and starboard, you'll find 2 doors that provide you access forward to the Portuguese bridge and also provide you access to the boat deck on port and starboard side. One of the advantages of this area is you can look aft and look all the way down to the stern of the boat, and you can also look forward across the bow. We've seen the toys in their stored position up on the boat deck. Now we see them in their natural element down here in the beach club. The first thing the crew do after the anchor's been dropped, they get the inflatable marina in place, followed by launching of the sea-doos, the rib, and finally mounting the sea bobs in their location. One of the advantages of owning a super yacht is that you have the ability to carry a lot of toys. Not only do these provide you with a lot of great times, they provide you with the ability to travel to areas that are otherwise unreachable by the yacht. Also here on the swim platform, you'll find access into the lazarette. This provides you with storage for all of your water sports equipment and then some. One of the things that makes this boat so special is its Heesen pedigree. You have a yacht that has the ability to cross an ocean and yet remain extremely comfortable and stable in the smallest anchorage. Her 3,000 nautical mile range is a result of Heesen's naval architecture and the two Duetz V16 engines that were installed new in 2002 and then overhauled again in 2012. Also found in the engine room are two 65 kW Northern Lights generators that were both rewound in 2015. A personal favorite location on this boat would be the aft deck. You have a large dining table that is not normally found on the aft deck on a yacht like this. It actually has two separate seating areas. You have the dining area, and aft of that dining area you have another settee that is a really nice place to sit and relax, letting you stay plugged into what's happening down at the beach club. If you're boarding the boat, you might be doing it from back here. This is a wonderful area to welcome your guests, and it stays comfortable all day long due to the extension of the boat deck that now covers the entire aft deck. The fit and finish is excellent on board, and you see it as soon as you step into the main salon. They've done multiple refits on board the boat, and they haven't had to touch anything in the interior because of the beautiful satin finish. It's maintained a modern look. The salon has three different components, the first of which is a large bar on the port side that's robust enough to serve inside and out. And then we have the seating area. You'll notice the long windows that accentuate the superstructure on both sides. And as far as seating, you've got three durable leather sofas where the family can gather, and underfoot you've got soft carpet and teak. And in the forward area of the salon, this is where we have the formal dining. You have a lot of storage on port and starboard sides. In addition to having these areas to store all of your dinnerware, you also have a place to keep your favorite wines chilled. Before we continue forward, we're going to take a look at the first stateroom, which is accessed aft in the salon. Here's what I like about this cabin. One, you can come down here, you can hide away, you're away from all of the noise of the boat. All of the other staterooms are forward. Another way of looking at it is you can send the kids down here and they can be playing video games and relaxing, making a lot of noise, and all that noise is going to be contained down in this cabin. Our next stop is forward of the main salon, the galley. In the galley, we're going to find stacked ovens, a nice cooktop, and two large refrigerators. Outboard on the port side, you're going to find a double sink with a great view, access to the port side deck, and forward of that, stairs down to the crew accommodations. At the foot of the stairs, we find the common area for the crew. You're going to find the laundry area, you're going to find a refrigerator, nice dinette with seating for the crew. And also down here, you have access to three crew cabins. All of them have two bunks and en-suites. The only areas that we have left to take a look at today are the staterooms. Just before the master is the main deck foyer with stairs that provide you access up to the sky lounge, and also another set of stairs that provide you with access down to the lower guest accommodations. Also found in this area is a door leading into a dayhead. When you step into the master suite, the amount of natural light really overwhelms you. The centerpiece of the stateroom is a custom-made walk-around berth with a variety of storage options on each side. Outboard of the bed on each side, you're going to find two deep hanging lockers. There are drawers underneath the bed and shelving that can be found just right near the entry. With similar respect to the Sky Lounge desk, there's also another workstation here in this space that can also double as a vanity. Rounding out the space is the stone finished ensuite that has a stand-up shower and a separate bathtub. Stateroom number 3 is the VIP cabin. Any guest that is offered this cabin is the luckiest out of all the guests on board. Not only does it take up the full beam of the boat and it's midship, it also has everything a guest could want. It's got a beautiful workstation on the port side, a nice settee on the starboard side, and a ton of storage throughout. Stateroom number 4, this is your second VIP. It's off to the port side. Aesthetically, the difference in here is the red leather accent wall. It also has a nice workstation, ensuite, and great storage. Directly across the hall is our final stop. This is stateroom number 5. You'll find 2 twin beds, a Pullman berth, a nice little workstation, and an ensuite. Thank you for joining me on board this Heesen. There's a lot more to go through. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out.